and we will move into, the people who were there after the Ralphs. Edwin McQuinn, so we're getting into Freemasonry now. He was a High Master Freemason. He was well known as a historian along the St. Lawrence. He lived in the home, and I have his grave site here. Actually, I have a picture of him. It was really interesting to find a picture. Here he is. So he's that little oldish looking man there, if you read the bottom. So he would be the fourth to the left. That's Edward McKim. So he bought the home. He was the head of the Mason Lodge here in town, which is also known to be haunted. And here's the front of the Mason Lodge. And this is just 2 houses down from the house we're investigating. And I did contact the municipality about investigating this building. And it could happen as soon as next year. They're doing renovations, and once it's renovated, we can go in there and explore it a little bit. And here is Edwin's grave, and you see the free Mason symbolism right there on the grave. I think I have a better picture of the Mason Lodge. You can see the whole thing. There you go. Yeah, that definitely has a vibe to it. And Eric even mentioned it when he walked by. He said, I got to get into that place. And I forget the name of the spirit there. It was like the wolf something. I don't know. Interesting story. Edwin McKim. So his daughter passed away in Ottawa, I believe, in childbirth. And his daughter was also a Freemason, married Wilfred Beaton. And after the death of Edwin's daughter, Wilfred Beaton moved into the house. He came here to North Augusta and he started a business, the Beaton Store. And the Beaton Store is directly beside the house. And it is, in fact, the oldest house here in North Augusta. And it was also used as a church at one point, a tannery, and I always forget, Knights of Providence was organized there. And those were a group of people who were against alcohol use. Wilfred Beaton died in 1975, and the house was turned into a duplex in the 70s as well. And I get the vibe from looking at the sale registry. It's going to be hard for you guys to see this on a phone or even on the TV. But in the 70s, many names are added to the sales record, and it was turned into a duplex. Looking at the home today, I really feel that Wilfred Beaton stayed on the small side of the house and sold the other side. And at the end, his estate shows up as the year after his death as selling the home. So I can't prove it, but it looks as though he died on the property. McKim death notice. So he didn't die in the home. So when he sold the home to his son-in-law, he ended up moving to Saint Sault Marie, and he died there. And here's a little information about the Beaton General Store. So it ran from 39 until 75, and that's the house next door, which, being the old house in North Augusta, I'm sure there might be some ghosts there. I know that some people have mentioned, quite a few people actually have mentioned, is it possibly a dog? Did someone cremate their dog? So we know that this is pre-1950s, and in rural areas like this, and there are few crematoriums around, only found in hospitals or big cities, somebody would not take their domestic animal and travel extreme distances just to have them cremated. It would be costly. They would just be buried. And the urn was filled, and a K9 urn, is very small if you ever had your dog cremated before. So I was looking at which religions did cremation. And, of course, now it's quite widely accepted. But the first 2 accepted were the Presbyterian, the Methodist, and United Church were the first 2 accepted, which the Ralph family was. When I looked into Freemasonry, and I'm not an expert on Freemasonry at all, but what I found was that in their beliefs, they do not cremate. Are there pictures of the urn? I wonder if it could date it by the pottery style. So they did take pictures. So the urn was found in 2007. They bought the home in 2005. So they found a picture of what it's similar to, and they did take a picture with a flip phone at the time, but they've lost it and they can't find it. So I do have a photograph of what it was close to. So I will show you this. So it resembled this, but it had a longer neck and more narrow at the top. But this is about the right color, and it was clay. So this is what it was similar to. Now they're saying they are going to do renovations in the near future. It could be 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. But when they do, we will have a photograph of it. Where is the urn now? Well, Jordan, they put the urn back in the wall. They couldn't figure out, and I think they said they even went to the Brockville Museum to try to figure out who the urn might be. They couldn't figure or get any information on it or any confirmation of who it was. So before they finished up the renovations, they put the urn back in the wall because they didn't want to disturb any spirits. So the urn is still there. It's in the room. All right, we are at the William Ralph House, known to be extremely active at night to people who spend the night here, guests of the owners. Children's footsteps, high-heeled boots, children playing, balls bouncing, and the sound of someone entering your room as you sleep. Now, Corey and Josh were just here with the owners, and they experienced some weird vibes in here. So Eric and I are coming in for the first time tonight, and we're going to see what we feel. Let's head inside. It's nice and toasty in here. Hello? William, are you home? Bertha? Can you let us know where you are? You hear that on that side?
Yeah. That's why I started panning there. But it came from upstairs.
I thought I just heard a hum. Are you in the bedroom? Can we come upstairs and say hello? It's like a thud, like a light thud coming from upstairs. This reminds me of the Trinity House, the smell.
Yeah, agreed.
It's different than we were here in the daytime. A completely different scent.
I find the room is where there's like a completely different, like, in the master bedroom.
Oh man, I feel like it's almost like
Vertigo.
Yeah, vertigo, and like there's a barrier here.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean, though?
I feel like I'm short of breath.
It's
like
it's musky or something, or what is that, man? It's like a.
It's just me breathing.
666.
All right, William. We have a theory that you're here in the walls, and that maybe Bertha, or even your children, put you here. Is there any truth to what I just said? William Ralph? You can try to speak to us as loud as you can. And maybe later we can hear you when we listen to the tapes. I find that the closer you get to this corner, and it's probably psychological because I know the urn is here, but it really, I don't know, as you walk closer to that corner and as you walk further away, that vertigo feeling kind of goes away. If William Ralph is not here and somebody else is here, can you let us know by making a sound? Some of those strange objects that we placed around the house. Maybe touch one of them.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like it's in your head. It's like I feel vibrations, like... Are you here? Like right here, there's something here, man. William, if you're here, just give us any kind of sign. Maybe you're not in this room. There's other equipment that was going off. The bear downstairs you seemed to enjoy earlier.
Why did you separate with your wife? Why did you leave your home in North Augusta?
Did you have a mistress?
Heard a whisper.
Behind you?
No, between us. Sounds feminine. A woman is seen at this window, or has been seen looking out this window. Bertha, is that you? Is the woman seen here one of the Ralphs?
If you're one of the Ralphs, can you knock on the wall? Did you hear that?
One
What's
of
that?
the ATDD sensors are going off.
Which is what it was going off earlier.
And as we go to find it, it turns off.
I
Are
have
you-
goosebumps all down my back.
Are you trying to lead us out of the room? Can you make that noise again? If that was in fact you?
I heard a woman's voice.
You sure it wasn't the floor creaking?
Downstairs? No. Did you hear that again? Hello? Bertha? William? That was just the creaking of my feet. Was that you playing with the bear? If it was, can you do it again? We'll come down. That's a computer or something.
It's the hard drive for the computer. The beeping came from here.
In here?
I don't think downstairs.
You don't think that was Georgie?
It could have been Georgie or the millimeter.
Well, the millimeter's in the living room, so we would have heard it from where
So
we were.
where's Georgie?
Georgie's right downstairs in the dining space.
So there's no ATDD sensor in here.
I have cold chills on my hands. All here is cold.
So there's no ATD sensor here.
No.
So it came from downstairs.
Yeah.
And as soon as we went to leave that room, it stopped.
Yeah.
So let's go back in that room.
It's from down there, I think. That's where the millimeter is.
Probably why I heard it so well.
Alright.
So was somebody calling us out of this room?
That's what we feel, so we're kind of challenging you. Not in a negative way, just we're trying to communicate with you, and we think the best way is to be as productive as possible by trying as many ways. So let us know you're here. William, was that you downstairs?
By no means are we trying to invade your privacy.
And we don't want you to leave.
We simply want to discover who it is that remains in the walls of this room.
That was me. We got a whisper when I mentioned something, so I'll go again. William, why did you leave your wife and your life in North Augusta? Did you have a mistress?
Was Margaret your daughter? You were 52 years old when she was born.
That's old. That's old now, even, to have a kid.
Bertha, your wife Elizabeth, was in her 40s. Was she your child?
Are we in the right place? You hear like a whining back there?
Yeah, I think it might be the wind, but it wasn't windy outside at all.
Is that you?
Let's see what's going on downstairs. I want to find whatever that device was. Alright, so Georgie Bear's in here. Alright, so Georgie Bear's in here. It's a lot cooler in this room. Is this the device that you touched? And the millimeter is where? In the other room?
Yeah.
So if we sit down there, you can use the dowsing rods in a little session. Alright. Here are the devices.
So you have the millimeter up here.
What's right here?
Oh, it's been moved, okay. What's
So-
blue here?
This is the device that might have gone off. We go right to the end.
Oh,
Oh,
blue. That's rare.
it's cold. Alright, so Eric is here and he has some divining rods, and we're going to use them to try and communicate with you. It's just the water in the house running. Now you can use these rods by utilizing his energy and moving them. So you can open them for yes,
Oh, that was like magnetic.
and you can close them for no. So if I ask a question or Eric asks a question, open the rods if the answer is yes, and close them if the answer is no. Eric will state out loud the answer, as we can't really see on camera or with our eyes because it's so dark. So, William Ralph, you are the main subject tonight. After looking at the history of this property, we have come to the conclusion that it's possible and very likely that you were cremated at the Ogdensburg Hospital after your death. Your remains were brought home to North Augusta, where perhaps your wife Bertha, because of your separation, put your remains in the wall of your house. If this is correct, and you're here and you can hear me, please indicate by using those rods that Eric holds in his hands.
They're crossing.
For no.
Yeah, they're crossed.
So the rods crossed for no. So my theory is incorrect.
They're like look at, did you hear that?
No.
They're magnetic. Alright.
So if the answer is no, can you open them for yes?
Yep. Okay. Oh.
Are they your remains in the wall? Yes or no?
Nothing.
Is it William? I swear I'm hearing like steps or something. Like thudding?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
Hear that?
Yeah. That's upstairs.
It's like so faint though. Like, there it is again. If you're upstairs, can you stomp on the ground? That's like steps. But like faint, like light, like barefoot type of thing.
Oh. The rods are pointing to the right there. Both. Are you in that corner? They opened. Yes.
Is it William who's here in the room with us?
It crossed right away.
For no. Bertha, are you in the room with us?
Oh. The left is fully open, the other one opened a little bit, so I would say that's a yes.
Are you hearing that upstairs?
It's like walking.
Yeah, like pacing walking. But like light, like faint, like it's not somebody heavy.
It's like they're shuffling. Like, I'm hearing this. Like, that's what I'm hearing.
But very
with
light.
no weight. With no weight.
Yeah, like super light. Can you come closer to us? We understand we are your guests here. We would really appreciate if you just joined us. Okay. So the rods indicated that perhaps Bertha is here.
That shouldn't be triggering for cold with you having been sitting there for some time.
No, there's no cold breeze here.
And you would have brought heat.
Yeah. So, Bertha, we want to know who's here with you. Is your husband, William, here with you? Can you indicate with the rods?
No. Like, no.
Strong no?
Yeah.
Did you and William separate?
Yeah.
Was he an abusive husband?
No.
Was he abusive to others?
That's a hard yes. And it comes right back.
Was he abusive to your children?
Oh, I just got shivers down my spine and it said
Did
no.
you feel that?
And it said no. And it's still at no. It's not opening. Oh, I've got goosebumps all the way down my spine, bud.
Was he abusive to other women?
Yes. And right back.
Was he an adulterer?
Hard no.
Were these employees of his?
Nothing.
Are you buried with your husband?
No.
So are we correct to say that your husband's remains are here in the wall?
That would be a yes. And right back.
Did you wish not to be buried with him at your plot?
It's a hesitant yes.
Are there others here in the house with you?
Yes. And right back.
But William is not.
No.
Do you have family here with you?
No response.
Are you okay with us being here tonight?
Hesitant, yes. Very hesitant.
Bertha, we know your father was Reverend Mark Danby. Is this correct?
Yes.
Your brother JJ was a doctor. Is this correct?
Nothing.
Your son Robert was a doctor. Is this correct?
Yep.
Did he practice medicine here in this house before he went to the United States of America?
Yep.
Were you living in the house during this time?
I'm gonna say that's a no. Yep.
You hear that creak above?
Yep. That feeling was crazy.
Well, because we had the furnace snap in right at the same time. This flashed and the answer. So, I mean, there was a lot for our senses at that period. But I'm not hearing that
No.
like walking anymore.
No.
So, Bertha, Eric is holding a device which... I'm trying to think of the best way to put this for somebody from the 1950s. So this device reads the temperature and other environmental data, and it chooses words from a database that is associated to the condition of the area around it. So if you can bring your energy to that device and change the environment, in theory, you can choose words from a database to communicate with us. I know it sounds far-fetched, and it is, but sometimes we get words relevant.
You know, what might even be best here is a spirit box session.
Well, we can let this run for 5 minutes and see.
Yeah.
So I know that the word reverend is in that
Night.
device. It is nighttime. That's interesting. I'm talking about it reads the environment and it says night.
Although.
So play around with it. See if you can get the words that you want.
Enough.
Bertha, I wonder if your father is with you. Now, we are over at the church. Did you visit with us over there? Were you watching us at your church?
Records.
No, your father was Presbyterian? He passed away not too long when the church closed.
Kiss.
Looks like a CD player or something.
And we didn't get any more temperature stuff like that sounded. Do you know what I mean? Just that one time.
The ball's on. Just threw a motion ball on the ground. If there's any children here, feel free to play with it. You can give it a kick. can slap it. You can try to pick it up if you want. Now the people who live here experience, I would say the people who spend the night here experience the sound of children. If there's a child here, we put a bunch of toys for you to play with all around the house.
Shove. Strong.
I have a device here. I'm going to put it on the seat beside me.
Oh, there's something already beside you.
Don't know why that'd be drawn off.
Because something's sitting there with you.
If somebody is sitting beside me, can you make those lights light up a little bit more? Or can you sit up and sit down for me? There's nothing electrical around it.
Return.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, it's the... I think Corey gave me the one that dropped. Oh. Oh no.
Veronica. There's somebody here by the name of Veronica? Holiday.
Well, if we do a spirit box session, I'd want to do it in the bedroom upstairs.
Do you want to use the Legba?
Do we bring it?
Yeah.
Okay, we can try a Legba session.
Alright. Speakers on top of it.
Just set it up by the mic. Right here.
Alright, William. Or Bertha. Or anybody that might be here with us. This will make it easier for you to communicate with us. Do you hear that?
If you're trying to use that box that is sweeping through radio frequencies, try to speak to us. Just try to use it. Learn it. Wait. Wait, wait, wait. Bertha, we're trying to hear your voice.
Say your name really loud.
That's so weird.
Can you hear the voice in the background?
Yeah. And it's like building intensity. Bertha, can you say one of our names? My name is Elliot.
And my name's Eric.
I'm gonna go into your room, Bertha.
I heard stop there.
Oh. It's like a completely different smell in here.
I told you.
Like it changed. Oh man. What is that? It smells like old leather. You're like,
That's what I've been smelling all night. when I've
really?
been here.
I never smelled that. William, are you here? I know your wife Bertha said that you're not, but I'm wondering, we don't know how the spirit world works. But maybe you're both on a different level of existence, a different plane. And you can't really see each other. William, if you can hear me and you can see me, can you let me know somehow? Can you let Bertha know that you're here?
Did you hear that?
What?
Get out.
Mail?
Yeah.
William, I think it's a little bit rude that you're telling me to get out. I know it's your house, but I'm a guest. It's like one female voice and one male voice coming through. Okay, well, maybe we should go see what's going on with the church.
Yeah, let's do it.
See what's going on with the rest of the team. What's that noise? Oh, it's the computer fan. Okay. All right. First impression, I think, is definitely a vibe.
I can't get over that feeling I had in my back. Like when everything like kind of happened at once, it was like I hadn't had that feeling since 9net.
Yeah, it jumped into your core.
Absolutely.
I did in the same moment. Like
Yeah.
I picked up on it as well.
And the light and the ants, it was just, there was definitely something. We'll have to go back in there with something else and see what other energy comes up.
And those wands were moving for you.
100%. I
Like
think
they
it was
were,
only 3 questions that they didn't respond, that they just stayed straight.
And maybe Bertha didn't want to answer.
Yeah.
Still early.
All right, Elliot and Eric are back. Can you give us a sign of where to start? Oh, got a blue flash over here.
You drove the camera. So we have a reading on the millimeter at 0.6. I just made sure my phone was off. And the T2 meter is picking up on nothing. Now it was at 0 when we were here earlier. So where's the spike coming from? I haven't used the Spirit Box or the SP7 yet tonight. Eric and I have had some luck with this in the past, so maybe our energy is just right for it. Just want to see if it's working. Okay. So Bertha, if you're still here and you've been watching us, we've been doing all these trips in and out of your house to just try to communicate with you the best that we can. The millimeter has just gone up. So I'm going to use this device. It's loud and it sweeps through radio frequencies, and I'm hoping that you can learn to use it, come close to me, and try to speak. Oh, look at that, the K2 meter.
Yeah.
And the blue light on the ATDD.
Look at her go.
Wow, okay. And that's right when I said come close to me, so please come and sit down with me. I'm comfortable with that. So we'll try to use this device. I'm going to turn it on. And I just want you to say your name. Now your first name is Elizabeth, but people refer to you as Bertha. So if you can just use this device and just say your name and try to do it as clearly as you can. So we didn't get a female voice. Got a few little things, but it's probably radio stations. So I'll try again. Bertha, I would really like you to introduce yourself. Now your husband's name was William. Did he go by Bill? Or Will? Maybe Willie? Willie?
Look at that.
Did you call him Willie? Can you let me know through this device? So I said Willie, and the K2 meter went off. We had a spike on the Mel meter and the ATDD. Blue light flashed, letting us know that there was a fluctuation of temperature going cold. And now everything is stagnant again. So, for William, your husband, did you call him Willie? And your children called him Willie? Did his peers and business associates call him Willie? Bertha, we did place a new device upstairs in the hall. It plays music, very lovely music. Can you tell the other spirits in the house, perhaps the children, that they can go near that device and it will play music?
It's like dead silent, man.
We're getting some things though, like this K2 should not be doing
No,
this,
absolutely
and it
not.
hasn't done it before. And the,
Oh,
what is that?
keep going.
Now Bertha, if you can hear me and you're the one making the lights flash, can you do it on the count of 3 for me? I just want to know that you're really doing it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Nope.
What would be doing that though? It's
I don't know. So you don't want to do it on command. So that makes me think that it's something environmental that is causing the electromagnetic fields in the area to fluctuate. Unless you can just really show me that it's you. How about if you make it flash a lot? Come near me, come near the devices.
Have a Seat by Elliot. Join us.
Do you want us to go upstairs? If you want us to go upstairs, make the device flash. How about the dining room? Do you want us to go to the dining room? The area where the table is? Do it 3 times in a row.
Do you want us to go upstairs to the master bedroom?
Keep going, show us more lights if you want us to go to the master bedroom. Do you hear that?
Yeah, it was right over there.
That's Boo Buddy.
Yeah,
So we heard that sound, then Boo Buddy.
yeah.
Okay, is that you over there? Can you make it beat more for us? Make it beat faster. Now you guys watching, this always happens. We're gonna get up to go check it out and it's gonna stop. And now because I said it, it probably won't, but... Never heard it that loud before.
It's a fresh battery.
Can I sit down with you? Oh, that's a nice chair. So we're here, we're sitting down, and the bear stopped beeping. Is there something you'd like to say to us? A figure has been seen coming into this room. Is the figure William? It's described as a male figure. I'm also curious about Wilfred Beaton. Wilfred, are you here? We'll have to review that.
Yeah.
Wilfred, can you please just state your name clearly through this device if you are here? Sound like a woman go, he's here. He's here. Wilfred, your wife died very young. We don't know how she passed, but it's written as a young mother. Wilfred, did your wife pass in childbirth? I was like, yes, she did. Yes, she did.
And then something after.
Like a male voice, like just sound almost like stop. Wilfred, is your wife here with you? Martha, you were alive until the 50s. Did you know Wilfred? I'll have to review that one. Sounded like a lot. A lot?
But I heard like a background voice there. And then Georgie doesn't go off again. Do you see how it's done that tonight though? Like we were upstairs, the beeping started, we came downstairs.
Mm-hmm. It seems like you're using the devices that kind of lure us out of areas. there's a reason why you want us here, can you state that for us? Like a woman saying, like, how come or something. Like.
There's some, like it was 2 words.
Martha, are you trying to keep us away from upstairs? I was or something.
If there's anybody upstairs, can you walk into the hallway, please? I really want that music box to go off.
Well, we've had it places where it won't go off all night, so I mean, when it does go off,
It's like,
something's moving in front of it. Well, we're gonna head upstairs because I have a feeling you don't want us there, so I kind of want to go up and feel why you don't want us upstairs. And we'll see while we're up there whether or not a device goes off to bring us to another area.
yeah.
Where did he place it? Oh, it's right there. Okay. I want to put this in the urn room. Alright. Put this in the corner. There we go. William, hear that music? All you have to do is just walk in front of it. Bertha, if you're here, please feel free to do the same. We want to hear that music play. See that dark, like, head shape on the wall?
It's the shadow from the light and the fan together.
Which light?
From the fan. There's a light underneath the fan. Like the big dome light. I think that's what that is.
Wouldn't it be connected to the ceiling if it was? I mean...
It looks almost like an angel figure. You see it's like a lot bigger than just that head.
Well,
Now your shadow blocks.
Okay. So... Oh, it's coming, I think it's a reflection off the LCD screen. Yeah. See, it's gone.
Oh, I see. That's better.
Alright. Did you whisper?
Yeah, I said alright.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
We've been at it all evening, and I know spirits need to rest as well. So our session won't last much longer. But we're hoping we did capture your voice on tape so we can go back and listen to it. So most of this stuff is in the review. But I do want to try using this box again, specifically for you, William, or should I say Willie? Willie Ralph. Can you please say something to us? That was a creepy.
That was super creepy, man.
So try one more time, Willie. Let us know why you're in the wall. Or Bertha, be clear with us, please. Why is your husband in the wall? Sound like Smitty.
I heard it's me.
It's me? Could be. Smitty, it's me, sounds the same.
Yeah.
Okay. William, are you saying it's me? If it is you, can you say something else? Still that heaviness in here. It's like
the air is just different here.
It's like head pressure. William, did you die of tuberculosis? How did you die? Can you tell us the part of your body that failed you? Or something.
I heard a man say head.
Head?
Yeah.
Did you have cancer? Did you suffer from trauma to the head? Did you get into an accident? Pretty slip.
Mm-hmm. We haven't heard any like of the steps or like the.
No, we could grab the rods and go back to the couch and try to have one last session with Bertha.
Okay. We'll leave the music box there.
Well, I want to feel this room that Corey was always talking about. Something about here. Look how short this is, eh? So our colleague felt something in here. This is a small space. Was this the nanny's room? Or your maid? So like before.
It was something though.
Okay.
Oh jeez. I just tripped over a
Yeah, we've been
carpet.
tripping on that all night. The millimeter is still at 0.6. So Bertha, we're back with the rods. Now Eric was getting quite the pull on them
They're very steady right now.
earlier tonight. So we're hoping you can have one last session with us using the rods. Now before, what we got from the session was that you're here, but your husband is not. And that William Ralph is in the wall, and that you are not buried with him at your plot. Now you remember, you opened the rods for yes, and you closed them for no. Bertha, were you with us just earlier tonight when we went to the graveyard and visited your plot? Were you with us then?
She's probably just getting a feel for it now. It was like,
Were you with us tonight when we visited your plot?
no.
Jesus biting. Are you stuck here at this house?
No response.
Are you here at the home all the time?
No.
Are you in the town of Augusta all the time?
No.
Do you come here in visitation from the other side?
Not really a response there.
I'll ask one more time. Do you come here in visitation from the other side?
Yeah.
Is your husband William with you on the other side?
No.
Do you know where your husband is?
No.
Was the last time you saw your husband in the living?
Yeah.
Are you alone here in this house when you come to visit?
No.
Is Wilfred here with you? Wilfred Beaton?
Yes.
Are there children here in the house?
No.
Are there other adults?
Yeah.
Are there any members of the Ralph family?
No response.
I'll ask again. Are any of your in-laws here? Any members of the Ralph family?
Again, nothing.
Do you not like talking about the Ralph family?
Yes.
Did the Ralph family hurt you?
It's kind of like, yeah, yes. Give me a second.
After William's death, did the family treat you poorly?
Yes.
And was this because of the separation?
Yes.
Did your husband die from an illness?
No.
Did your husband die from an accident?
Looks like yes.
Was this a self-inflicted accident?
No.
So what sucks about the period in which he died, like all records are sealed, we can't really find out how he died.
Yeah.
But he was in the hospital.
I find it's very quiet now, like...
So he is focused on this. I mean, are you filling the pool when you're using
Oh,
it?
absolutely.
So using divination, I mean, what, around, I guess really it's hard to do with yes no questions. It's like, well, Bertha, why didn't you want to be buried with your husband? And I think we got that before, so I don't know. I hate mysteries. I wish I could know the facts around this. And Bethany, I'm sure you have the facts, right? Getting like, I'm only saying this because I know people are watching. I'm feeling like my ankle was just grabbed, like a weird sensation around my Achilles tendon, like pins and needles. I don't know.
And just there, like nowhere else in your leg.
Like the leg that the camera's on right now. K2 keeps randomly going off. Bethany, if that's you, can you please just light it up for us on command? Well, I do look forward to reviewing this and seeing if we captured any voices.
I'm sure we got something.
Oh, we always capture something.
Yeah.
So Wilfred. Wilfred. I wonder if you can get Wilfred to talk to the Ruds. He'd be an interesting character.
That's if Wilfred is here.
Well, she says he is here with the Ruds. So Bertha, if Wilfred is here, can you let him use the rods? If he can hear us, can you let him use the rods? Wilfred, open the rods for yes and close them for no. I want you to open them when you have control of the rods to let us know that you hear us and you can respond to us. I want you to open up the rods very wide. Do you hear that? I hear a humming.
You hear a humming?
Yeah. Mr. Beaton, open up the rods to let us know that you're here with us. You have to open them wide to let us know that you're here. Well, let K2 go.
It's opening. So maybe he's here. Or someone's here.
Alright, Wilfred. Now I'm pretty sure Eric probably doesn't remember these dates. So we'll do a test. Did you die in 1972? Did you pass away in 1972?
This is crossing.
Well, that's right. You didn't die in 1972. You died in 1974. Did you open your store next door, the Beaton store, in 1939?
No movement.
Did you have a daughter with your first wife?
No.
I'm hearing creaking over there now. Some cold air. Did you hear the creaking?
Like up here?
It's coming from my right, I don't know where.
And was that beeping Georgie?
I think it was Georgie. Wilfred, did you live on this side of the house? At the end of your life, did you live here in this space? You split the house into two parts? K2 is quiet. Well, we're gonna head back to the church. The house will be empty. I want you to use the devices while we're gone. Call it a way to say goodnight to us. We won't be here. Make that music box play. Make some of the things ring and beep or light up. Do this for us while we're gone. Did you hear that voice?
Yeah, it was weird, eh?
It was like a hoot. Yeah, hoot. I don't know if you guys on live heard that, but that was not us. That sounded like a voice from like the basement or something. Like a man's voice.
Yeah.
Like hoot. That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird. That was a man's voice. Can you do that again for us? On the K2 stolen. Wilfred? I'm sure the mic would have got that.
Especially if we both heard it.
It was loud.
Yeah.
That wasn't like, you know, a small voice or a whisper. Like that was like a man was like in the basement or on the other side of the house going, ooh. Ooh. That was weird. I look forward to reviewing that audio. Like, what the hell was that?
Well, last time we left, apparently there was bangs. So we'll see if this happens this time.
Guess so. I don't know. People in the live heard that or not. Ooh. Ooh.